Writing a scope of work doesn't have to be filled with complex technical jargon. In fact, you can write one without getting too deep into the technicalities, while still ensuring it's clear and effective. In this quick 3-minute tutorial, I'll show you how to write a scope of work that gets the job done without overwhelming your audience with complicated terms. Stick around, because I'll also share some helpful tools you can use, and I've got an exclusive free trial just for you. So let's get into it. The first step is to focus on the calm big picture. A scope of work should clearly outline the objectives of the project. What's the purpose of the work you're contracting? Don't dive into the technical details just yet. This is the section where you want to state what the end result will look like. If you're working on a design project, for instance, the scope could say, create a website that engages users and drives conversions, rather than listing coding languages. Next, break it down into clear deliverables. This is where you list what the person or team you're working with will actually be delivering. Be sure to keep this simple. Just describe the tangible outputs. If you're hiring a contractor for a marketing campaign, for example, say something like, develop a social media strategy, including a content calendar and monthly performance reports. The key here is clarity, not complexity. Now, move on to the timeline. Don't get too caught up in technical dates and milestones. Just mention the key dates for project delivery, when you need the drafts, the review points, and the final product. Something like, first draft due within 3 weeks works just fine. Avoid getting bogged down in specific hours or technical delivery stages unless it's absolutely necessary. Budget is another section to handle with care. It's tempting to include all the small expenses and technical breakdowns, but that can get overwhelming. Instead, just focus on the overall budget and payment structure. You can say, the total budget for this project is $5,000, with 50% paid upfront and the rest due upon completion. Keep it simple and straightforward. When discussing the roles and responsibilities, avoid listing out a whole bunch of technical tasks. Instead, outline who is responsible for what at a high level. For example, the client is responsible for providing the necessary content by week 2, and the contractor will handle all technical aspects of the project. You can always get more specific later on. Now, a lot of people make the mistake of leaving out the communication plan. While this isn't a technical part of the scope, it's crucial for keeping things clear. Simply state how often you expect updates and who should be the point of contact. You could write weekly updates via email with bi-weekly meetings to review progress. This ensures everyone is on the same page without overloading them with technical talk. Finally, let's talk about review and approval. This part of the scope helps define how the work will be assessed and approved. Rather than detailing every technical step, focus on how the review process will unfold. You might say the client will review and approve each milestone before moving to the next stage. Instead of diving into the nitty-gritty of testing or coding procedures, if you're looking for a tool to help you streamline this process, I recommend using the software we'll be using in the description below. It's user-friendly and perfect for keeping your scope of work clear and concise, and I've secured an exclusive free trial just for viewers of my channel. Key takeaway. When writing a scope of work without being too technical, focus on clarity, simplicity, and a clear roadmap for your project's deliverables, timeline, budget, and communication. Avoid jargon and keep it straightforward. To recap, start by outlining the big picture, break it into simple deliverables, set clear timelines, define a basic budget structure, outline roles, plan communication, and define how reviews and approvals will happen. Don't forget to grab the free trial of the software I mentioned earlier in the description below. It's a great way to simplify the process. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.